You did not sign up to be a lawyer unless you did, in which case you can just use this to create and draft your wonderful legal agreements. If you're not a lawyer, we are going to show you how to create agreements. Now, we call agreements, it houses contracts, quotes, and proposals. So when you go to create an agreement, you can create any one of those things. You're going to choose a client, and then you can see here you've got a few options. These are just the defaults. So you could actually make a proposal look exactly like what you get by default here in contract, so on and so forth. You can start from scratch, and then once you have one you like, you can save it as a template and always start from that template as well. So I recommend, if you are just getting started and kind of jumping into Moxie for the first time, I would look at this proposal. This is going to show you the most things by default that you get with Moxie and what you can include in your proposal. Then you can kind of go in and edit it and make it look exactly the way you want to. So we're going to pull in your logo here. You can see we've got text, we've got service packages, we've got a payment plan. You can have integrated payment so they can pay right here when they sign the contract. You can have them book a discovery call. You have all of your legal terms, and you can add e-signatures. Lots and lots of options so that you only have one document that you're chasing down from a client, because you know it can be so hard to get them to just do the one thing, right? I actually had Says from Whaletail Digital design this for me. So you can see this looks totally different from that other one. You can make this agreement kind of look however you like. That is here in your styles. You can choose what you want it to look like. You can add in your settings. You can change the contents here. And you can make this really look the way that you want. So you can make it mobile responsive if you want to do that. You can orient the pages differently. Lots and lots of options here for you. Okay, going back to kind of the base contents. If you want to add in some text, you can use our assistant. It's built right in. Of course, you can go over to like your regular ChatGPTs and ask them, but you can also ask the Moxie assistant as well. Let's have it. Please write me an intro paragraph for VA work on for an agreement. Sorry to make you watch me type in advance because I can never type very well. We're just going to say so here is the quick intro that is going to get created from my assistant. Obviously, you can kind of add in your own stuff here. And then if you do want to have some things in here that reference a date, you can use tokens to say, okay, this is going to be the agreement date created. And you can kind of replace, like, this is going to be my template. So I want this to be the client name and so on and so forth, right? Okay, so we've got these tokens. These will allow you to use this as a template and then reference other information within Moxie. You understand how token works. Okay, so I've got some text here. This is kind of the most amazing bit of your contract, right? So this is going to be your projects that you are going to work on. So you can show them kind of as much or as little information as you want, and you can allow your clients to pick and choose what it is that they want. We also allow you to, so this is a row in and of itself. And I'm saying, hey, you've got to choose one of these packages if we're going to work together. And then I've also created a second round of things where over here, these two are grouped together. And I'm saying you can pick one of these two packages, but you don't have to. And I've also changed the layout. So I can make that in a row. I can put them stacked. And so now I can say, like, these packages are add-ons. So if you want to add in another $500 that you want to pay me, great. This one is a bonus upsell where I'm going to charge you $500 monthly. And that way, I'm going to say, yep, this one also comes with a one-time setup fee as well. So they can kind of toggle that on, and I can set up this fee here to be a deposit. I can set it up so that it's either a one-time deposit or it's an addition to my monthly fees. Okay, so let's see here. I'll show you how to do that really quickly. Here, my package name, I've got, here's this. Since this is a recurring package, now if I want to go in here and say, this is a one-time setup fee, or I can say this is an additional monthly fee. So you kind of have lots and lots of options for however you bill. Then if you are using this payment plan, so this one I have set up, this is a recurring fee. So it's not going to count towards a payment plan because you're not going to make a payment plan on something you're also paying monthly. So this is just a 6-month monthly. Now, this one I've created as a fixed price option. So if my client selects this, now my payment plan is going to fill out that this one you've got to pay today. And then all of these are going to kind of roll up after each of the previous ones are signed. So I've got my contract terms here. You can see I can have you pay right here in my agreement, and then I've got my legal terms here as well. So in here, because we know maybe you don't want to write your own legal terms, you can go over here and say, okay, here's where my payment terms are. I'm going to change those. I want it to be 15 days. I want to include legal terms or not. It'll shorten those significantly. I can set an effective date, the governing law, cancellation notice. And then there's all of these things that will either, if you click them, you can they'll add into the legal language here, add in your business information. And again, if you are a lawyer or you have specific things you want included, you can convert this whole thing to editable text and then you can just type it in yourself. Now we've got e-signatures where you can have your signature, you can have a client signature. And if you have multiple clients, you can, if your client has multiple people that will be signing it, you can add in additional signers here as well, in addition to yourself. So lots and lots of things that you can do here in your agreements. The other elements that you can add include your you could just have an accept button instead of e-signatures. You can add in a form if you want clients to fill that out first. And you can add in a meeting scheduler like we talked about. So, and then you can also allow this to create these projects on your behalf. So after your client chooses their project and pays for it, Moxie will create that project and the client will be in there all for you so that once the agreement is signed, you are ready to get to work.